Hello, and thank you for joining me today with Neal Talk. Today, I want to talk a little bit about the midterm elections that will be coming up pretty soon and that we all need to be preparing for. And I can say that we all because it's going to affect the whole country in a way. And as we're going now with this war in Iran, we are looking towards the midterms in the elections. And these midterms are going to make a determination on basically the referendum with President Trump and how things are governed from uh, this fall forward. Because during the this midterms, the key factor is that we're looking at whether or not uh, the Democrats will be able to get a majority in the House or the Senate, maybe. But especially we're looking at the House because, and I said we're looking at the House because I'm saying we in the sense of the American public. Because through history, whatever president or leadership office that are in position when there's the midterms, usually that segment or that group usually don't do as well during the midterm election, especially when there's a majority in the House and the Senate and the presidency. Usually, one of the departments will lose, and therefore, sort of make things more divided in a sense. Right now, we're faced with the attitude of all types of arguments during the Congress, during the sessions. We are not getting many laws passed, and there mainly folks are having disagreements about what is proper, what is good for the country, what is the leadership like, and what will happen. But as we look at towards President Trump being uh, the Republican leadership continuing on is probably pretty slim. And what that will do is it will harm the uh, the government as a whole because right now we're looking at a lot of gridlock. But certainly, if the Senate stays Republican and the presidency, which will stay Republican, then you have the a lot of disagreements with the Democrats in the House. One of the first things that I think that the House would do is have a bunch of hearings and more than likely look to probably have an impeachment session because a lot of the members of the House, especially the who will be the House Majority Leader, Hakeem Jeffries, disagree with a lot of the things that President Trump is doing, or say the Republicans are doing right now. Therefore, they would use all power that they have, which is the impeachment process, to attempt to remove the president or at least curtail the powers that he have right now. And that in itself will be a, a drain on the public because we're not getting a lot done now. And if there is an impeachment or a bunch of hearings, we certainly will not get a lot done during the next 2 years of the presidency. And that is something that we all need to pay close attention to. I'm not going to say who a person should vote for, who they shouldn't, but I can assure you that if there's a lot of disagreement, a lot of hearings and so forth, not a whole lot will get done in the next 2 years of the presidency of President Trump. Therefore, it's going to come a time when we, as a country, because of everything that we're going through right now, and the midterms haven't even happened yet, but they're coming close. And just like right now, President Trump is saying that for Texas, for instance, the Republican incumbent is hoping that he get the endorsement of President Trump, whereas the Attorney General of Texas, who is a staunch follower of President Trump, he's hoping to get the endorsement. And President Trump have said that whoever he endorses, he is asking the other person to not even run and let it be right now for the next few months be the between the Republicans and the Democrats. And the Democrats have elected a gentleman who's used to be the head of the Senate for the state of Texas, and he's going to be the running for the Senate on the Democratic side, whereas whoever President Trump give his endorsement to would be representing the Republicans. And that, what that is, hopefully, according to the media and the president himself, it will help eliminate the idea of spending so much money. Just on the primaries, the Republican Party spent over $90 million to get thus far to have a runoff between Ken Paxton and the incumbent. So now it's coming down to whether or not both will run, or just one. President Trump is asking that one step out and just allow the other to run. I don't necessarily agree with that. I think that it should be when they have the runoff election, whoever received the most votes. And that's what a democratic society is. Whoever received the most votes based on who they are and what they stand for, that's who we should have in the final election. Well, I think that this is something that we all need to really be concerned about, be focused on the midterms and how we're going to be able to discern, what's going to happen when the midterms happen. Is it going to be, are they going to be able to work together? I hope they will. We hope they will. If this is something that you think should be or how we should go about it, please leave a comment and subscribe to this channel if you want to hear more of what I have to say, because I'm going to talk a whole lot about the election coming up, the midterms, and the war in Iran right now. Thank you for tuning in to Neal Talk. Look forward to talking with you again. Take care.